So today, we've got a bit of a surprise for my mum. As you know, she's been driving my Mark 6 Golf with a manual, no spec, completely most basic car you can get. The reason she bought that car was when I was 17, and she wanted to teach me how to drive because like we didn't have that much money back then. She wanted to teach me how to drive so I'd have less lessons, so it cost us less to get me past and on the road. After that, I've had 7, 8, 9 cars. I've lost count now of how many cars I've had. I've had nice cars, my first car, everything. But my mum never changed her car, ever. She just refuses. Even when I've offered her, she just never ever would change the car at all. So I've come to the point now where I've just bought her a car, basically. She doesn't know about it. We're going to surprise her today with it. But yeah, here's the car. This is the car. It's a 2016 GLC 250D. Higher spec than even my cars. It's so high spec. Like it's pretty much got everything I could think of it on it. This car's been in the works for like, so basically when I was buying the C63, I offered her a car then as well. I was like, why don't we get you a car instead? Because I had the Golf R. Same thing. My mum is like very basic, very simple. She's like, I don't need a car. Get the car, the C63, it's a good car for the business. Every single time when I bought the C63, it was like, get the business. Right now we're like doing work on the house as well, we're looking for a unit, and that's the excuse now. Like every time I want to buy her a car, there's an excuse for something else. And at this point now I've had enough, because like honestly life's too short and you just never know when it's someone's time. It might not even talk about my mum, it could be me, and I might go knowing that I didn't do this for my mum when it's something I've always wanted to do. For the sake that she's my mum, and obviously what she did for me when I was 17, and everything she's done for me through my whole life. Anyway, skipping on to the car. 2016 GLC 250. I'm going to walk through the whole spec now. It's so high spec. The way this car came about is we've worked on a lot of cars at the unit. We've done Golf Rs, Lambos, S3s, M5s, M6s, everything. We've done so many cars. And there's only one car that ever caught her attention, and it was a white GLC that came in. It was similar to this, as in it was white, it had these alloys on it. She sat in it, she was working on the steering wheel on it, and she was just like, I love this car, the size of it, it's not too big in terms of Range Rovers are too big for her. She's been in the Golf for so long, so she's like not used to the size of another car. She was like, I love it. Every time I've tried to buy her one now, she's like stopped me. It's always been the GLC. It's always been this GLC. And I knew when I did it, I was gonna do it properly. So since the C63, I've been scheming to buy her this car. I've been planning to buy her it. I've just come to the position where I wanted to buy it properly. But yeah, let me walk you through the spec now. So under the bow here, you can see it's got a front camera. Honest to God, I never knew it had this until the car came. I knew it had a reverse camera, and I had a feeling it had 360s because the guy who listed it, he didn't put very high spec. Shazam sourced the car and he just said it's a high spec, and I'd just take his word for it. It's got front cameras, it's got 360 cameras, which you can see here, and it even has a setting which puts a camera view over each wheel. So if you're parking up next to a curb, it's got a view of how close you are to the curb. It's mad. The Mercs come with enough features that basically the camera tilts, the mirror tilts when you put it in reverse to put your view on the curb. But now even on the central screen, which I'll show you in the settings, the camera does it as well. Next thing, obviously, pan roof, double pan inside. The roof rails kind of make it a bit deceiving, you can't see it much, but it does have a double pan inside, sat in the back as well. It's madness. I'll show you now. I actually prefer the back to the front. Like obviously now the pan's open, so the glass is sat on top of the other one, but back here, like look, that's my seating position. Look at the amount of space. The one thing that, boy, we're all big lads, and we're always struggling in the C63 and in the Golf. We're always struggling when we're like 4 or 5 people deep. So like, look at my room now, so comfortable, honestly. So besides mum's car, it's gonna be my new blender.
It's the
Next
blender.
thing you can see, optional side skirts on the side. It's an AMG Premium Plus, by the way, so it's got a lot with just that package. Bear in mind, everything I'm naming, my mum's car didn't even have a multifunction steering wheel. My mum's Golf, it didn't even have that. So to think she's got all of this now. Like my C63, you've got the electric memory seats, heated as well. Black leathers inside. And there was one thing I was not sacrificing on this, because I sacrificed it on the Golf, and I sacrificed it on the C63, which was the optional speakers. In the Golf, you get the Dyne audio. I sacrificed that. In the C63, I sacrificed the HK speakers, which sometimes I do regret because the speakers are all right in there, but Burmester in this madness. We tested it last night. Honest to God, I don't think I'll ever get a car with standard speakers again because the Burmester is just a game changer. Another thing, it's a pre-facelift, so it's not the full shebang that you get in the facelift, but it has got the ambient light package as well, which you might see in the doors here. You don't get the full shebang how you do in the newer one, but the facelift same spec was like 40 grand, and right now it's not a smart decision to buy a car that expensive. This one stood me at 26 with everything on it. So we've also got the command nav inside. It's the bigger screen. The smaller one, the standard one, it has like a plastic trim around the edge. That's how you know it's the smaller. Obviously visually it's smaller as well, but it has a gloss black plastic trim. The bigger screen is just a flat piece here, like as you can see, just a flat piece of glass. So that's the bigger screen inside. 360 cameras, like I said, it's got them there. You literally put that on. Let me turn the car on. Turn that on. It's got that view there. That's the front camera right now. Obviously, that's the bow at the top. You press it, puts a full view at the front. You can change through all the settings. There's so many settings. That's the brightness. Sorry. If I put it in reverse, you can see here. That's the reverse camera. It's just all these different views. Let me try. There's the wheel one to show the wheel next to the curb. It's mad. That's the wheel one properly. Like you literally see the wheel. You can't curb it. How can you curb it? It's madness. Put it back in park. Obviously on this is something my mum's gonna have to, she's driving a manual right now. The C63 has the gear stick here, as you know. This one, you have to do it with the gear stick here. Not a big fan of it, but I like it just because it keeps the dash clean here. I went for the wood pack inside here. That was another thing. I didn't want the gloss black one because I know mum being mum, she's going to scratch this whole car up. So I kept it at that. Mercedes being Mercedes, there'll be a delay on this video, but when I skip to the car now, I've got to keep it copyright to show you, but the speakers are, honestly, when we play it now, you'll hear it. Hopefully. I'm never buying a car with standard speakers again. Honestly, madness. Got the electric tailgate. Fully opens by itself, massive boot, but she likes to do all the mad running about in it. And then all you have to do, press that, close it by itself. And it had to be white. She wanted it in white. I went for the 4MAX standard thing. 250 though. I didn't want to get the 220. It's got a bit more power because I'm going to be driving it as well. It's my little blender car. Not blender now. You showed the plate on it. That's pretty much most of the spec. It's got so much spec. Honestly, I can't remember half of it now because we're late for the next part of this. Well, the plan to begin. So the plan is we're gonna go for a meal. Me, my sister, my brother-in-law, and the kids, my nephews and nieces. We're gonna go for a meal as normal. The excuse we've given her is that it was my sister's birthday early May, and the restaurants were closed for eating. They're now open. So what we've told my mum is it's a meal for her birthday basically. She's clocking on. She came to me yesterday. She goes, "You're my son. I know you. I know you're up to something." Blah blah blah. Little does she know. She doesn't know. The car, she was sat in, so basically, let me show you outside now. This is what happened yesterday. So she was at the unit yesterday. She sat where this white A3 is, sat in the car. I thought the car was coming today, which is Sunday. It was Saturday yesterday. The car turns up on a recovery truck over there. Somehow my mum wasn't looking. Mohib's seen it. He's rang me. I wasn't at the unit. I was at home. And we got the car moved around to the back. She didn't ever see it, but the whole meal thing, she's been suspect because basically whenever my family organises a meal, like my sister, my mum comes and tells me like, "Oh, there's a meal, make sure you're free at this time on this day, blah blah blah." And this time I blagged it saying it's my sister's meal, but I've been the one telling my mum like, "Mum, there's a meal," and she's like, "Why are you telling me? It's normally me telling you." She came to me yesterday and she goes, "You're my son, I know everything about you and I know you're planning something." I was like, don't know what you're talking about. So we're gonna go for the meal as normal, come out of the meal, We're gonna park. It's gonna be raining at the time. Once we come out, we're gonna go into the car park. When we come out into the car park, Shazan, Harris, all the boys are gonna be there, and the car's just gonna roll up on her with a little bonnet. It was meant to be a big bow on the bonnet, but it is what it is. The car's here. That's the main thing. I'm not asked about the bow. It's the gesture that I'm of the car. And yeah, she's probably gonna kill me, and then cry, and then she'll finally accept that the car's for her, and she has to accept it. Whether she likes it or not, she's taking this car because that Golf, we need it, number one, for YouTube, and number two, like, she set this business up with me demonized. I've reaped all the benefits of it. You know, it's transformed my life. Obviously, it's transformed hers. Like, we're both enjoying our lives, but she's still driving that Mark 6, and it's fucking pissing me off. The Mark 6 is being taken off her tomorrow as soon as she gets the car. Obviously, I can't do it today because she can't find out. I'm taking the keys off her. I'm uninsuring it because my mum is the type that will be parked there and she will still get in the Golf and use that because she feels more comfortable in it. Tomorrow, I'm uninsuring it. I'm going to sawn it for a bit and I'm going to take the keys off her, both keys, because she thinks I'm stupid. I know what she's like. She will drive the Mark 6 even with that there. So tomorrow the car's being completely confiscated off her. But yeah, I'm going to go for the meal now. I'm going to try and get a bit of footage, but not too hot. I don't want it too hot. At the restaurant, just of a completely normal meal, and then boom, as soon as we get to the car park, she's been surprised. But yeah,
right, I'm coming down. I'm coming there.
Yeah, get to the top of the ramp and I'll tell you when you get close. Come down now, come.
It's true! The boss for you!
What for you?
A present for you! And a gift!
No.
It's your day! It's your day! It's your day today!
your day.
We had to give you a reason to come out. It's just for you.
I didn't know you were also.
Oh, I told you she's not going to sit in there.
Sit in it.
Roll the window down.
Welcome to your new car. No, it's electric. It's electric, it's not manual. Not the C63.
You're part of the Mercedes gang now.
We've got Mercedes. Why do you not look so surprised?
I know she didn't really.
It's just the way it is, just soaking it in.
Just take it.
It doesn't feel real.
Everyone knows you can't argue with me.
Should have come in then. Have dinner with us.
Sorry?
Oh, she's got it right.
It would have been too big. No, you were already on to me. Do you remember that phone call you made the other day? That was the security call. That was the last call. You thought it was the first call. The car was bought.
Did you go and jump in? Passengers out?
He's staying on the face,
Yeah.
yeah.
Round the way. And then, what's in there? See the one you're ready.
Nice. Very smart, wasn't it?
I like the way you came. Just as we walked up the ramp.
I thought, where are they? Are they in the car? Where are they? Then I saw it there. That's my life.
Oh, that was going to happen.
You worked hard. You worked hard. We did it together, innit? Don't cry. Why are you crying? You were never gonna let me buy it. Hmm? You were never gonna let me buy it. I had to do it without you knowing. You were never gonna let me in it.
What do you think? Thank you. Yeah? Thank you.
Well, you accepted it. You're gonna accept it.
Got no choice.
You just put your foot there, look. It's got the keys, you need the keys.
Put the gold there. Massive. Get in. Sham fitted in here yesterday. You know when you were in the Lexus yesterday, it's turned up on the recovery truck. Do you not see it? This turned up on the truck in front of you. You didn't see it. Do you have my office speed time in it? I wasn't even there. And then Moib rang me. Moib came over to you to distract you and Shazan moved it to the back.
I just want to say a few words for Shazan. ACG is the best. If you want new car, come to Shazan.
Yeah.
He's the best.
You heard it here.
You're not mad.
I think you were a bit overwhelmed in it because there's so many people here.
You didn't expect it at all, did you?
No.
Were you thinking something was going to happen in the restaurant?
I was expecting for news from Hannah's side.
Yeah.
Or you didn't think
She didn't have a clue.
So far away.
You did. You
No,
just
no.
didn't see the car.
all week?
What was that?
No, it came yesterday in front of you. It turned up on a recovery truck at the unit. You didn't see it somehow.
Because I'm not greedy. I told you.
Yeah, but it's always. It's yours.
Are you happy though? That's the main thing.
Yes. I'm just nervous, you know.
No. I'll show you everything. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
So that rounds it up. She didn't kill me. I'm very happy. I think she's happy as well. Come on. She looks happy. She looks shocked more than anything. But yeah, that's the newest car to the family. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share. Take care. Peace out.